Get this meeting going. All right, we are all good. Okay, so welcome to Training Tuesday, offered by the Chief Procurement of General Services. We're so happy to have all of you with us here this morning. All right, let's dive right in. Okay, so we're going to go over our Training Tuesday agenda for today. We've got our updates and reminders. We're going to go over code and rule and resources, and some additional training opportunities, and end things with our Tuesday takeaway. All right. CPO notice 2023.10 provides notice of the Local Food Farms and Jobs Act 30 ILCS 595, which establishes the goal that 20% of all food and food products purchased by the state agencies and state-owned facilities shall be local farm or food products. Local farm or food products are defined as products grown in Illinois or processed and packaged in Illinois, using at least one ingredient grown in Illinois. Section 10E of the Local Food Farms and Jobs Act requires state agencies that purchase food or food products to publish on bid by January 1st each year. Please review the notice for further details. CPO Notice 2025.04, State of Illinois Diversity and Inclusion in Procurement Training, was recently issued. The training is open now and must be completed by January 31st, 2025. This training contains 61 slides and will take approximately an hour to complete. Please reference CPO Notice 2025.04 for additional information on how to access this training on OneNet. If you have questions about this notice, please direct them to your SPO. Now let's dive into the Procurement Code and Administrative Code. Okay, so Illinois Procurement Code 30 ILCS 500 was created by the General Assembly, which means it was voted on and put into law. The CPOGS office didn't create the Procurement Code, but rather it is the duty of the CPOGS to ensure compliance with the code. Illinois Administrative Code 44 ILL Admin Code, referred to as rules and overseen by the Joint Committee on Administrative Rules. JCAR is a bipartisan legislative oversight committee created by the General Assembly in 1977. Pursuant to the Illinois Administrative Procedure Act, the committee is authorized to conduct systematic reviews of administrative rules promulgated by state agencies. JCAR conducts several integrated review programs, including a review program for proposed, emergency, and preemptory rulemaking, as a review of new public acts and complaint review program. All right. Part 1 of Title 44 are the rules specific to the CPOGS office. You'll see here that the article of the code corresponds to the section of rule. So Article 20-60 of code is duration of contracts, and Section 2060 of rule is duration of contracts. Code is the law passed by the General Assembly. The rulemaking process is multi-stepped and time-consuming, so there are instances where the rule is out of date due to a change voted into law by the legislature. This means it is critically important to always refer to the code. In this case, you'll see the discrepancy between the number of days the PPB and CEI have to review renewals and extensions exceeding $249,000. The rule states 30 days, but the code states 14 days. But as we know, code always conquers rule. So in this case and all other cases, the code is the clear winner. CPO notices must be checked routinely to see if they apply to your procurement. For instance, CPO Notice 2025.02 directs that agencies shall use the invitation for bid vendor instructions and requirements version 25.1 and contract template version 25.1 or the most current versions on the Chief Procurement Officer for General Services website when publishing an invitation for bid on or after October 1st, 2024. Job aids are a tool to assist you in utilizing the bid buy system. They don't contain all code, rule, or CPO notice guidance as they apply specifically to your procurement. It's your responsibility to make sure your procurement is in compliance with code, rules, and CPO notices, and always remember, code prevails. So let's talk about some resources. The CPOGS website is full of useful information and resources. Let's go over a few key elements. Statutes and rules. So click on the Statutes and Rules link from the main menu bar to access the code and rules we just discussed, along with other important procurement-related statutes and rules. At the bottom of the CPOGS website, you'll find additional resources. Today, we're going to highlight the Procurement Resource Library and BidBuy. One of our most utilized icons is the Procurement Resource Library. Here we have resources for vendors, training materials, CPO notices, we discussed those today, and as you know now, you must check them, and memos. Solicitation and contract templates and forms. This is where you're going to find the small business set-aside waiver, the IFB and RFP templates, procurement justification forms, and more. You'll also find the procurement bulletin and procurement gateway access request form. Additionally, you'll find the BEP waivers and exemptions. This is the icon for the BidBuy hand. By clicking on this icon, you'll be directed to the BidBuy landing page, which has resources for both vendors and state agencies. For state agencies, you'll see the link to our ever-important job aids, which were mentioned today. And please note that we routinely update the job aids, so it is important and actually imperative that you use the job aids linked from this section as they are the most up-to-date. Here you'll also find our BidBuy registration page, and please recall that per CPO Notice 2024.04, you must take the Diversity and Inclusion Training. That's actually CPO Notice 2025.04, as we've updated that. You must take the Diversity and Inclusion Training to receive BidBuy access, and this is an annual training. Next, we have our CPOGS Training Center. Here you'll find our Training Tuesdays, our BidBuy training, and our procurement training. On our Training Tuesdays webpage, we have the link used to attend our Training Tuesdays and a searchable repository for past Training Tuesdays. BidBuy training includes the monthly BidBuy training and practice sessions and some on-demand videos. Procurement training provides information for our upcoming instructor-led courses and an on-demand RFP template and our commitment to diversity training that you can refer to at any time. Please make sure to visit the CPOGS Training Center for more training opportunities. Here we're going to highlight our BidBuy training. We have the Diversity and Inclusion in Procurement Training, which is CPO Notice 2025.04. And as we've discussed throughout today, this notice requires that the requesting user have completed the Diversity and Inclusion in Procurement training prior to being able to gain access to BidBuy. In order to access the on-demand training, please refer to that CPO Notice 2025.04. Our monthly BidBuy trainings are held on the second Wednesday of each month at 9 a.m. You do not have to register to attend this course, and you do not have to attend the full day. The agenda for the day is listed on the website. The monthly BidBuy practice sessions are on the second Thursday of each month at 9 a.m. And this is a space for you to bring general BidBuy questions and get assistance on system functions. But we don't come with a set agenda, and we will not work on specific procurements with you. You can find more details and WebEx links for these courses on in the Training Center. The CPOGS Procurement Training Academy offers 3 courses that are approved by UPPCC for contact hours. Registration is required, so please visit our Training Center for all upcoming training dates. Now let's take a look at our Tuesday takeaway. All right, so this is our Celebrate Every Day takeaway, and let's talk about New Year's Eve and National Make Up Your Mind Day. Celebration of the new year has been traced back to BC and consistently was a time of celebration. The first New Year's celebrations were thought to be held in ancient Mesopotamia and consisted of an 11-day festival, originally occurring in March following the Lunar New Year calendar. In 46 BCE, an astronomer convinced Julius Caesar to follow the solar year that gave way to our present December 31st date. for New Year's Eve and January 1st for New Year. National Make Up Your Mind Day is thought to have influenced New Year's resolutions and determining which ones to declare. This day is the incentive to make a choice and can be accomplished by a variety of tools, including drawing up a list of pros and cons and paring down choices and ranking them, or even using a flowchart. Ultimately, we lean on this day to take the action step to make a decision. And we hope that one of your resolutions is to utilize the CPOGS website for all of our resources and make sure that you are in compliance as best as possible. All right, so if you have any questions, please send those over to the cpogs.training@illinois.gov email account, and we can try to answer those as best as possible. Have a great day. Thanks.